Hi, this is Jesse, and today we're going to be doing our ANOVA table example. Sorry, my radio just went off. Okay, so to start with, we need to find our x squared in each of our categories. So we have jazz, heavy metal, rock and roll, and rap. So let's get started. 5 times 5 will be 25. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 3 is 9. Over here in our heavy metal column, 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 5 squared is 25. 3 squared is 9. For rock and roll, 4 squared 16. 4 squared 16. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. And then for rap, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9. So, now that we have this down, we need to actually find our t value and x square sum. So we're just going to kind of do them together for each grouping and just do the math going down. So T1 is 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3, which is 14. X squared is 25 plus 4 plus 16 plus 9, which is 54. T2 is 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, 13. X squared 2 is 4 plus 9 plus 25 plus 9, 47. T3 is 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3. Yep, is 13. Let's go down again. 16 plus 16 plus 4 plus 9 is 45. And then our last grouping, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3, 7. And then 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9, 15. Cool. Now we need to find our G, which is our grand total. And that's going to be easy. That's going to be each of our t values added together. So 14 plus 13 plus 3 plus 7, just to mark it so you can see it. That will be 47. And then we'll find our correction factor, or our SS total, which will be G over our total number of people, which 4 times 4, which is our 4 groupings and our 4 values going down of our x values. So that means we have 16 as our in, which there's not a spot for that, but we'll just write down there here just so that we can have it. So yeah, let's find our correction factor. That'll be G squared over n, which is equal to 47 squared over 16, which is equal to 2209 over 16, which is 138.06. which is our SS total. And which I'm just going to write it down right here is SS total. Okay. Now that we have that, we can actually find all our SS1, SS2, SS3, and SS4s, which will be, let's see, hold on, grab my notes here, my bad. Oops, okay. So to find out each of our SS's, make sure it's actually recording. Yeah. We need to do our sum of x squared and then minus the total number of scores in that group by the number of scores in the group. The total of the scores in the group by the number of scores in the group. So to start out with, so you can actually see it better, it'll be the sum of x squared, which will be 54 for our first one, which is right here, x1, minus the total number of scores, which is our t1 right here, over 4, because that's how many actual cells we have going down. Which that will be 15, 14, 24 minus 196 over 4, which that'll be equal to 5 for our first SS. Okay. Now we'll actually do our next grouping, which will be the rock and roll, our heavy metal, which will be the same process of our x2 or x squared 2, the sum of the x squared minus our t2 squared over 4. So 40. What was it? Oops. Should be 40. Oops. What did I do here? Yeah. Sum of 47 minus 13 squared over 4, which that'll equal 45 minus 42.25, because 13 squared divided by 4, and that'll be 2.75 for our SS2. Oops, that's not right. It should be 4 with, I don't know what, I might have a heat stroke right now. SS2 is 4.75, and then rock and roll. Oh, I looked down my notes. Okay, I see what I did. Okay, rock and roll is similar. It's going to be 45 minus, whoopsie doodle, 13 squared over 4, and that is equal to 2.75. So that's our third one. 2.75. And then we got one last one to go, and that'll be our SS4, which should be our sum of x squared, which up there is 15. So 15, minus 7. Yeah, the T4 is 7. So 7 squared over 4. That'll be 2.75 again. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to find our x squared for all conditions. And that's just going to be our x squares all added up together, which that'll be 54 plus 47 plus 45 plus 15 being 161. Okay, now that we have our full graph filled out, we can actually get into finding our differences total, or sorry, degrees of freedom, df between and df within. For our df total, it's going to be your n, which is 16, minus 1, which will be 15. Our degree of freedom between will be k, which is 4, because we're testing 4 variables, minus 1 being 3. And then our n of 16 minus 4 being 12. And that's our df within. Then now we're going to find, with all of our data that we just now got, we have all our SS squares, our SS total, our SS within. We just need to find now our F ratio, which to do that we need our MS within and our MS between. So MS between is going to be our SS between, which we already found earlier. We didn't, do we? Okay. Our SS between should be our SS total minus SS within. And so our SS within is going to be the scores of all our SS's together. So 5 plus 4.75 plus 2.75 plus 2.75 is 15.25. Oops. Let me put that where it's supposed to be, actually. SS within. And then our SS between is going to be our SS total minus our SS within, which will be 22.94, minus our 15.25, which will be 7.69. So now that we have our SS within and SS between, we can actually find our MS within, which will be 15.25 minus our 12, divided by 12, which will be 1.27. And then our MS between is going to be our MS between is going to be our 7.69 divided by 3. Yes. being 2.56. So now that we have our MS within, MS between. Oh my goodness, all that work. And now we're finally here to find our F ratio. So that's just going to be our MS between, which was 2.56. Divide that by 1.27. And that'll equal 2.02. So yeah, our final answers are going to be our SS total. Oops. We got to find our variance as well. So our SS between is 7.69 divided by our SS total. Which our SS total should be 22.94. And 7.69 divided by 22, 7.69 divided by 22.94 is 0.335. Okay, a lot of work we just did, right? But basically, here is our answers. SS total, 22.94. SS within, 15.25. SS between is 7.69. MS between is going to be 2.56. MS within is going to equal 1.27. And then our F ratio to finish everything out is going to be 2.02. So a lot of work. We made it through the whole thing, so give yourself a pat on the back. I hope this video helped. I know it gets confusing at the end because you're finding so many different things, but it really is just a bunch of small problems. It's not one huge problem. I hope this helped.